Keller Williams. I'm Shannon Aronson with Keller Williams here today with Laura Pelli-Daoli, and one of my very favorite people in so many ways. Among other reasons, she's one of the biggest dog gurus I know. And Laura, I'm very happy to have you here to talk with me today. As we've talked about a little bit, there's been a study that came out recently that said 33% of all millennials are buying homes and moving out to the suburbs for their dogs. I know that doesn't come as a surprise to you. Tell me a little bit about what brought you out here.
Well, as a dog owner yourself, I'm sure we can agree that animals, pets, they enhance our life in just an immeasurable way. They enrich our everyday lives, the lives of our families, and really help us to establish relationships, especially when we're in the process of relocation. So for me personally, having relocated here to the suburbs I'm from the city, it was important for me that not just my quality of life to improve, but the life of my pets.
Now our pets are here. You have today Max, who's right behind us. If
he needs no introduction. He's got dirt on his bag.
We can just show Max. And come on, guys.
Wrigley, out. Come, girls, come. Good girls.
Hi.
Come on, hi. Mystery dog.
All right.
Mystery dog, mystery dog.
But as you can tell,
yeah,
at 75 Hemlock here in Short Hills, this is a fabulous fenced-in backyard where we've been watching the dogs run around and play for a good while now, and they're super duper happy. We're just trying to make sure they stay out of the pool.
Yes.
I know that for you, you were working previous to living here a little bit far from the dogs, and the commute got to be difficult for you to go home to let the dogs out and see them. You want to talk a little bit about what it's done for you to have them a little closer to you?
Absolutely. For us personally, we don't outsource a lot of care. We love to rely on professionals to walk our dogs and handle our dogs when needed, but to be able to come home for them when they need us is really important. So when we moved our business, when we decided to relocate, we wanted to, again, find things in the area to do. You make friends on a walk. You never know. I can tell you I've met several people since we've moved here that have become friends because of the subculture of being a dog owner.
You know, it's interesting that you mentioned that. We always think about people having an easy time making friends when they move to the city because of their kids. I actually have a group of about 4 or 5 husbands of my friends, and they have a religious dog walking date that they go on. Absolutely.
And
I know that they all have really grown and bonded through these weekly dog walks that they really look forward to.
Absolutely. With the high stress lifestyle of all Americans and all people and young professionals, you've got that need for release and need for a positive social life, a positive recreation, a way to spend your recreational time. Your dog's going to get you outside. In the suburbs, you can do that. In this area, you can walk out the street and onto the street and pair up with a friend or go on your own. And it's such a relaxing way to end your day, begin your day when we're outside of the office or when we're outside of our work capacity.
Runs and dog parks that you go to. Tell me about some of the favorite places that you like to take Wrigley and Scout.
Well, I tend to mix it up between getting to the dog run. I absolutely love Echo Lake Park, which is right in Mountainside. It's a stone's throw. It's quiet. You would never know. It's also accessible to Route 22 and the other areas. So when I get to the dog run, it's got to be a friendly, safe, responsible environment, and that's what you get with Echo Lake. Very friendly, very well maintained, and very polite neighbors and friends that I can say have made it a very welcome neighborhood to move into. So I really love Echo Lake Park. Seasonally, my husband and I, we try to mix it up with getting to the beach. It's not an everyday occurrence, but when we do, we want to bring our dogs.
So let me ask you that. The couple of beaches that I tend to go to with my friends and family, are not dog friendly. Tell me, where specifically can people go to take their dogs so they can enjoy the beach?
There is a beautiful area just south of Asbury Park called Beach Island State Park, and that is a very well-regulated, beautiful beach. It's not the bay. You've got a great option to also hit up Sandy Hook, has a great bay. They allow dogs on their bay. I don't believe that's seasonal. That's pretty much throughout the year. As long as you're willing to head to the beach in January, you can do it. But when it's the summer, you can always find us at Beach Island State Park. We make a day of it, and we want the dogs to be involved in that day too. And we want to include them.
That's great. I know you've told me about some other state park walks that you've gone on with the beach. I mean, with the dogs. Any other places come to mind that are really favorites for you?
Absolutely. New Jersey's got plenty of places right in this area, in the county. You've got places such as Hacklebarney State Park. They've got water features, they've got sort of well-maintained trails, and everything in between. So depending on your activity level, the activity level of your dog, you can head out for a little while, a full day. You've got every variability in between. I love Hacklebarney. I absolutely love Round Valley. Again, if you go to the non-beach area, you are allowed to bring your dogs to the sporting and boating area. So all this information is very well documented on New Jersey State sites, on bringfido.com.
And we're actually, you can also click into my Facebook page where this is taking place right now, and we will have all the information. You can also feel free to write into the comments if you have any questions about the things we're covering today, and we can get back to you with some specific information. Now, I know there's a few other important things, and there's one thing that you told me that I hadn't thought about, and that is lawn care when you have dogs. What do you need to think about to make sure that your dogs stay safe?
Lawn care is a necessity. It's part of having the beautiful grounds.
In the Garden State,
yes,
right?
Absolutely. We are in the Garden State. And to make it safe for your pets, you want to use an organic lawn care company, something that's mindful of non-toxic chemicals, something that is not harmful to the environment around you, so you can enjoy the beauty of it in a safe way.
Also, a couple of things. Do you have any favorite professionals that you really use and like? Any veterinarians, dog groomers? Any favorite people that you'd really like to give a shout out to?
As soon as we moved to this area, that was, even before, that was the priority. Figure out our vet situation. It's a lot like when you're looking for schools or when you're looking for doctors and things like that. I wanted to find an excellent vet, and I did, in Murray Hill, and they're in New Providence. They have a wide range of different doctors that I have not encountered a non-wonderful doctor there personally. So Murray Hill Vet is right at the top of my list for veterinary care. We love VI Puppy in Summit, New Jersey, right in the town, the township of Summit. They do everything from baths to daycare to overnight care. Your dog's going to be loved and attended very well there. So one less thing to worry about, and one more thing to keep your life as full and their life as full as possible.
Now, what if you have a very fancy dog and they need some pretty cool bling? Do you have any favorite stores in the area where somebody can go and really get their dog all kitted up?
That's a good question. The girls are,
these girls are not wearing any fancy bling today,
Not
right?
today. They're in their natural state. However, Faux Paws Pet Shop in Summit, New Jersey. These girls, they're incredible, and they're there for you from start to finish, so you really get personal care. That's where I get all their food. That's where I get all their treats. They even deliver, I believe, in the area. That's one of the things that comes to mind. Definitely those services. There's no shortage of wonderful groomers. I know we talked about that a little bit, so you won't be wanting for any of those services, certainly.
Okay. This beautiful backyard at 75 Hemlock Road in Short Hills, as well as so many others, make a great place. I wish we could get Wrigley and Scout over here. They're actually so happy. But if getting more room for your beautiful pets is something that you've been looking forward to, the Garden State, and specifically here in Morris, Essex, Union counties where we are today. There are so many wonderful places to really improve the quality of life for your pet. So please feel free, send me a comment, message me through Facebook, give me a call. I'd love to help you find a wonderful place. And Laura, I cannot thank you enough for coming.
Thank you, Max.
Wrigley,
thank
Scout,
you.
come here, guys.
Yeah.
Let's say goodbye.
Girls, let's sign
Can you
off.
say goodbye?
I see some rustling in the grass. Come on now.
All right, everybody.
Come on. Good boy, Max. We always call her Max.